Where is this guy? Remember Jordan? You gotta know! There's a monster that lives deep inside of you, lurking under the very surface of your subconscious, waiting to break out and wreak havoc. Pure, unadulterated havoc. Where is he? He's gone. He's gone. But I always have like I don't know what I think about Jordan. He said a lot of cool shit about mythology and stuff like that. And I get what he was getting at with like the psychological scaffolding that mythology and religion serves. That's the right word. Hey, mate. We're struggling with words here today. Hey, mate. I got all that. And then the Israel shit happened, and he went fucking nuts. Him and Sam Harris, both. No nuance anymore. Now it's all, give him hell, Benjamin Netanyahu. And Sam recently justifying raping a bunch of prisoners because they're all evil. But anyway, that's besides the point. I got a little bit sidetracked there, mate. Let's just revisit this fucking absolute classic. Because humans are complex, weird creatures. And this is why you don't put any mortal being up on a pedestal. Because remember when he was in his prime, like, you couldn't bump into a bloke, me included, at the time that was like, fuck, he's so insightful, he's really fucking helped me. That mind is just, he's onto something. And he is. But the truth's the truth. The person isn't the truth. So anyway, without further ado, we'll just revisit this fucking classic for a second.
Again, I'm not a nutritionist either. But what's fascinating to me is I haven't heard any negative stories about people doing this.
Well, I have a negative story.
Okay.
Okay. One of the things that both Michaela and I noticed was that when we restricted our diet and then ate something we weren't supposed to, the reaction to eating what we weren't supposed to was absolutely catastrophic.
That's insane. Like, the premise of it makes total sense, right? None of us are scientists here. None of us are clinical psychologists or like his daughter. Well, actually, she's more like us. She's got no qualifications. She's just famous for being his daughter. Yeah, if you only eat one thing, I'm not even talking about going carnivore because it's a fad diet. It's like there's keto, there's carnivore, there's vegan. They all have their own restricted space in one direction or another. And when you counterbalance it with something wild, like, of course, your immune system and your body and all that's going to react. I don't know that it's just in general absolutely catastrophic, though. Go on, brother.
What did you do? What did you switch to? Or what did you eat, rather?
Well, the worst response, I think we're allergic to, or allergic, whatever the hell this is, having an inflammation.
Yeah, all right, my bad. He's allergic to sulfides, right? Remember? The sulfides lurking in the apple cider vinegar? Still.
Inflammatory response to something called sulfites, and we had some apple cider that had sulfur.
Oh, sulfites, sulfur, hell, the devil. Yeah, I know what you're getting at, Jordan. It's a metaphor. Don't worry, your real fans understand. Go on.
Fights in it, and that was really not good. Like, I was done for a month. That was the first time I talked to Sam Harris.
You were done for a month?
Oh, yeah, it took me out for a month. It was awful.
Really?
Yeah. So I would say,
so this is right before this whole truth conversation with Sam Harris that got stuck in the mud. During.
So I think the day I talked to Sam was like the worst day of my life.
Yeah, that's what did it. It wasn't a monotonous, meandering, philosophical wankfest between two fucking self-fart-sniffing freaks who I actually respect. I know it sounds weird, you insult them, but blah, 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 blah. No, it wasn't that. And Sam did make Jordan look pretty silly in that. He was talking about observable, objective, testable truth, like the sun is in the sky, here's how you test it. blah, 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 blah. And Jordan's doing his usual. Well, metaphorically and psychologically and all that. And they were just both talking about two different things. And maybe they'd pay lip service to each other. It's like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Metaphors are powerful. But the real truth? And Jordan's going, yeah, I just don't know. Wasn't a good day for Jordan. But now we know he would have mopped the floor with Sam if he didn't have these sulfites coursing through my system, much like Satan lurks around every corner in the Judeo-Christian presuppositional framework. Michaela, medication.
Not because of talking to Sam, but it was
Just physically.
Oh Jesus, I was so dead. But
So-
I didn't want to not do it because
Apple cider. Like, what was it doing?
sulfites in it.
What was it doing to you?
Oh, it produced an overwhelming sense of impending doom. And I seriously mean overwhelming. Like, there's no way I could have lived like that if that would have lasted for... See, Michaela knew by that point that it would probably only last a month. And I was like,
A month
Yeah, a
from
month.
fucking cider.
oh, I didn't sleep that month. I didn't sleep for 25 days.
And that is where, and rightfully so, your credibility just goes, whoa. Also, Michaela at that point had deduced that it would only be a month. The researcher, the doctor, Michaela, don't worry, Dad, I've decided that this will only last a month. And he's going, oh, please, it's day 23 of no sleep. Impossible. Not humanly possible. And if possible, and apple cider vinegar's what set you off, that is not a warning against things like Michaela and Jordan. They talk about, like, I'll try to be non-hyperbolic, which is borderline impossible for me. But they promote this lion diet, because we're lions and not humans. They promote this lion diet because for people with autoimmune deficiencies and stuff, it can help eliminate whatever might be causing inflammations and different reactions and stuff. But like I said before, any sort of restrictive diet has a chance of doing it in some way by luck. You're just eliminating most things, nearly all things. Who knows what you've been ingesting that might be setting you off? But the fact that how could you even say that, man? Any of you guys been partying out there in your lives? You know what I'm saying? We won't go into further detail of what you get up to when you're partying and the things you can do to enhance your ability to stay awake. 25 days? You'd be fucking insane after day 3, 4, 5. You'd be dead. You'd be dead. Don't worry, Jordan's made out of tougher stuff. Sleep deprivation for a month isn't enough to bring me down with the spirit of Judeo-Christian values. However, sulfite. Good on him. Good on him. Let's let him wrap it up.
I didn't sleep
What?
at all. I didn't sleep at all for 25 days.
How is that possible? That should
I'll tell
kill
you how it's possible. You lay in bed, frozen in something approximating terror for 8 hours, and then you get up.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
No, that... We're not letting him finish. What were you thinking, bro? Look at his face. Look at him. He looks tired even back then. But he's... You know, he went into an induced experimental coma over in Russia or something. Then he came back and went on his fucking insane Zionism kick for a couple of years. And then he went into a... I don't know, is he in another coma? He's like really sick again. And Michaela was like, demons are doing it. She said a whole bunch of different shit. Michaela had deduced at that point that I'd be down for a month. It's weird, man. He's a weird guy, and we don't know where he is. I hope he's all right. I do. It's fun to make fun. Disclaimer. I did learn a lot from him about... what do you call it? Metaphor and mythology. Not specific mythologies per se. Like, I didn't know heaps about the world's mythologies because I listen to Jordan. just the interaction between your psychology and mythology. And he did make religion seem valuable in that sense. In fact, he revealed how valuable it is. I'll say that. I agree with that. So good on him and all that. But fuck, that interview was weird. And he's had a whole bunch of weird ones since. I don't know if you saw when he went to Israel and he did a speech up there and he was talking about how this location that God has promised, you are the light shining in the world. And he did his cry thing where he gets all emotional. He was bawling his fucking eyes out in service of, I'm not even getting into it. We know what they've been doing. It's just, fuck, it's a horror show. Crazy man. He's a crazy, crazy boy. So anyway, Michaela has, I didn't even know she had this. She's got the Fuller Research Foundation. And there's a donate button up here. If I enlarged the screen, you'd see it. And then you go down here and there's more fund this research. And it's all about the lion diet and, you know, autoimmune disease. This is what I don't like about them. They say all this. It's got all the right language in it. Look at her. There's her husband. Yep. It does annoy me, and it in fact pisses me the fuck off when you see fund this research. Oi, your dad and you're all fucking loaded. Fund it yourself. All right? Bread is getting dearer down here on the front lines. Tell Dad when he wakes up and fucking cries on my behalf again, but before insinuating that people like me are all rats. They're all insidious, subterfuge-dwelling rats. They're against my nation, my preferred nation. So, I don't know, man. It just... What I don't like about this foundation either, the lion diet, like I said, it's just some sort of restrictive diet. But they do hint, like, they don't say it because they know they'd get dragged for it, but I'm pretty sure they've hinted multiple times, like, there's a chance this could, like, you know, prevent cancer. And maybe I'm just making that up, but I'll let you decide. Anyway, shall we have a little read of this? Thousands of patients report life-changing remission through ketogenic and carnivore dietary approaches. Yet the formal clinical evidence, the kind that changes medical guidelines and informs prescribing, is severely underfunded and underproduced. The urgency is compounded by a growing body of research documenting the long neurological and psychological consequences of psychiatric medications, including antidepressants and benzodiazepines. Like what Jordan went through. If ketogenic dietary therapy proves effective as a treatment for the conditions these drugs are prescribed for, it offers not only a path to recovery, but a way to avoid the, there's a word I don't know, iatrogenic harm that so often follows long-term pharmaceutical use. Getting people effective alternatives sooner matters. Without rigorous RCTs, these interventions cannot be recommended by physicians, reimbursed by insurers, or approved by ethics boards for wider study. The Fuller Research Foundation exists to close that gap. So there you go, guys. Where's Jordan? Go be a carnivore. I can't be fucked saying anything else later.